Hello, I'm Outlaw Kitten. You can call me Outlaw or Kit if you prefer. Happy Saturday. Today's video is another Disney as different aesthetics. Last week we reimagined Jasmine in the Sims and styled her in the art ho, baddie, 70s indie, and light academia aesthetics. And the week before we created Aurora in the old money style, grunge, Y2K, and boho. I had so much fun with those, and I loved all of the outfits that we've created so far. So, fingers crossed, today's princess goes just as smoothly. That being said, today's star is, in my mind, the most iconic princess, Cinderella. And while she isn't the first Disney princess in the Disney animated franchise, I feel like she's like become the spokesperson for that franchise. She's like the face of the Disney princesses. So yeah, she's like, you know, the classic, if you will, even though she's not the original. If you've watched the two previous videos, you will already know how this goes. I will try my best to reimagine Cinderella in 4 different modern looks or aesthetics. But first, we need to move over to CreativeSim and recreate our version of the Disney animated Cinderella. Let's go. starting out, here is our Disney version of Cinderella. We have her traditional gown and gloves, her black choker, big pearl earrings, and ta-da, some glass slippers that are hidden away under the dress. We couldn't fit her blue headband. It kept clipping in her hair, so I felt like it just wasn't worth it. But yeah, that is her original Disney outfit, as you've seen. Also, I'm sure you noticed her face was giving me so much trouble. I even at one point in time just randomized her face and just started it all over. But this is what we ended up with. I feel like Cinderella has more of a weak jaw, just more of a rounded jaw, and I didn't accomplish that. Again, her nose I feel like is more like rounded in versus pointed up, and I didn't get that. I'm sure y'all could do better. I've definitely seen better on the gallery. But one thing I will say, she looks a bit like young Dolly Parton. So if you want a young Dolly Parton in your game. Another thing, I'm not exactly sure if Cinderella has dimples, but I thought they looked really cute, and I don't know, I just thought they suited her face, so we gave her dimples. And yeah, her hairstyle is pretty much the same. That's kind of how I pictured it in the movie, with the curly bangs and then a curly updo. So yeah, we gave her the romantic trait, the clumsy trait, because she loses her glass slipper, and the neat trait because of course she keeps the house for her evil stepmother and wicked stepsisters. So this is the base. I have copied and pasted 4 times and stripped of clothing, makeup, and hair and accessories. All we've kept is the structure and the skin details. That's one thing that will also not change. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to our first aesthetic, which will be kawaii. And here is our kawaii Cinderella. Another thing that I forgot to mention is, and I know this is controversial, Cinderella's dress is not blue. It's silver. But do you know how hard it is to find silver clothes? So we did go with a pale blue for a lot of the outfits. Some silver, some gray, but yeah, a lot of pale blue. So yeah, you will have seen I was struggling so much with this outfit. It's not a style that I'm super familiar with. I don't know anybody who wears this style personally. But I think I found a few cute pieces. These little undershorts. I was like, yes, she has to wear them. As soon as I found them, she has to wear those. These little shoes, as soon as I saw them, yes, she has to wear that. The panda, I don't know how. The panda has nothing to do with Cinderella, but it has everything to do with kawaii. So that's what we picked. We did keep her bangs. We just straightened them, straightened the hair. Gave her some very pink, dewy makeup. I don't know, it kind of looks like she's been out in the cold, but we tried to make it fun. I saw a lot of layered looks and oversized sweaters, so you'll see me trying a bunch of oversized sweaters on her, and this is what we ended up with. There's not really much else to say, because I'm not super familiar with this style. So if this is your aesthetic or your style, please let me know how I did. I'm just curious for the future if we ever do another Disney princess in the kawaii style, how I can improve next time. I feel like the next aesthetic will be much easier for me. So let's go see how I do with punk. here is our punk rock Cinderella. You know, I don't know how Cinderella-ish this girl is, but it's the same base, so it still counts. The first thing that I want to mention, the shoes. The shoes, they're clear, so you know, they work. They work for glass slippers because they're clear. We did put some blue socks underneath just because I felt like it looked weird just having the tights. Again, we kept the bangs. We just gave her more choppy layers, quite a bit darker makeup, and some fun gauges and piercings. Her choker turned to a collar. It wouldn't be punk rock without a band tee. So of course, a band tee, some cut-off shorts, a cardigan, which I thought was so cool. I didn't even know I had this, but love it. And the little like arm sleeves. I love the arm sleeves. At the end, you'll notice me trying to put on nail polish. I think the arm sleeves prevented that, but it's fine. She doesn't need nail polish. But yeah, that is our punk rock Cinderella. Again, it was a challenge for me. Cinderella has been difficult so far. We're two aesthetics in, and she has been difficult. Her base was difficult, and both aesthetics so far. You know, I thought that I did so good on Aurora and Jasmine. I'm not so sure on Cinderella. You're gonna have to let me know, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our next aesthetic, which is our first repeat aesthetic from one that we recreated, I believe, Aurora. Yes. So we are going to recreate Cinderella in the Y2K style. And this is our Y2K Cinderella. One thing I noticed while editing the time lapse is that this necklace, all of the necklaces affected her shirt or her torso, but this necklace does still affect the lace on the side. So if we get rid of it, you'll notice it comes back, the black lace. But I'm okay with it not being there. I'm okay with it being clear. So I'll let y'all decide when you put her in, if or when you put her in your game. Yeah, she was a lot easier. Y2K, so much easier than Kawaii or Punk. As soon as I saw this skirt, I knew I needed to use it. I knew that I needed to use it. It has the low rise. It has almost like a whale tail thing going on. So yeah, and it's the right color that we're going for. Again, a camisole, very Y2K, and a cardigan, very, very Y2K. For the shoes, we didn't do any like glass slipper, but I know we're going with the animated, but the Disney live action put a lot of emphasis on butterflies, so I thought that I would incorporate that just a little bit. For her makeup, I thought it was super fun to put blue eyeshadow. So cute. Everything else very simple. Pinker lips. I did also give her this cheek piercing. I don't know how Y2K it is, but I just thought it was cute on her, so that's what we went with. We gave her an updo that kind of reminds me of Lizzie McGuire, so yeah, Y2K, but also updo to mimic her ball gown outfit. And lastly, we did give her a navel piercing, so yeah. I think we painted her nails as well, but that is our Y2K Cinderella. I feel like I did better on the Y2K Cinderella than Punk or Kawaii. Ultimately, I will let y'all be the judge. Now, up until this point, I have only done aesthetics that I am unfamiliar with. I am very normie core, but I was born and raised in Texas, so this next style I am familiar with. That's right. Earlier I said that she reminded me of Dolly Parton, so we are going Western. here's our Western sim. I love her so much. Okay, the first two outfits, I was riding the struggle bus for the first few, but for her, I knew almost exactly what I wanted, and even though I didn't get cow print, which I really wanted cow print, even though I didn't get cow print, I still think that she's super cute, and she actually is giving Cinderella to me. You'll notice I also played on the butterfly from the live action with this version, giving her a butterfly tattoo on her forearm, as well as a few butterfly tattoos on her shoulder. We're keeping the black choker, but giving it more of a Western bling. Some big statement earrings that are reminiscent of her pearl earrings, but I feel like they do fit the Western theme. Of course, a cowgirl hat with a blue band. She is the only one that we have given a blue head accent to. The other ones, they were just difficult, so. But we were able to do it with her, and I thought the braids were super, super cute. I love this corseted top, and it's in almost a silvery white, so it actually fits the color scheme. So I love that because I am very, very adamant that her dress is silver and not blue. Other than that, we just gave her some white boots because we didn't really have any clear boots or anything. No crystal boots. And we gave her a hair tie on her wrist because, I mean, if you're out on the ranch, you never know when you're gonna need a hair tie. It's always nice to have on hand. For her makeup, we went very natural or neutral, similar to how I typically do my makeup. Not how I did my makeup today, but similar to how I normally do my makeup on the everyday, with just the brown eyeshadow, darker in the corners, and pink across the nose and cheeks. But yeah, not gonna lie, I did have a picture of young Dolly up when I created this look, just because I needed that support. I needed that support from the queen. With the new Horse Ranch pack, just having come out about a month ago, I feel like I would totally use her in my game for a rags to ranches type gameplay. So that was Cinderella restyled in kawaii, punk, Y2K, and Western. This week was definitely more of a challenge for me than the last 2 weeks. I'm sure y'all could do a better job on Cinderella. I have seen some Cinderellas on the gallery that are definitely better than this one. But I had fun all the same. And I do like the outfits that we've created or picked out. I'm just not 100% sure that, one, they do the styles or the aesthetics justice, and two, I'm not sure that they encapsulate like the spirit or essence of Cinderella very well, except for the Western one. That one was the only one that gave me Western and Cinderella at the same time. So, but I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, as always, the custom content will be listed in the description, and all of today's Sims will be posted on the gallery under user ID @LawKitten. Let me know if you do choose to use any of these Sims in your game. You might actually see our Western Cinderella in my game at some point because she's just too cute. But also let me know what styles you would like to see for next week's princess, which will be Merida. I'm really looking forward to that one, and I hope y'all are too. Until then, I will see y'all later. Bye!